is a Popeyes Mukbang. So today we're going to do a Popeyes Mukbang.
Yeah. We got mashed potatoes
and red beans and rice. If you know me,
you know her.
I'm a red beans and rice fanatic. But like today we're gonna talk about something, you know, spicy and juicy. We're gonna talk about sex.
I'm a virgin, so it's gonna be her talking about sex.
You just be lying. Remember that I told you.
Remember what?
The last video, you just be lying your ass off.
I don't be lying.
You be lying.
Y'all think I'm lying? I ain't lie, yo.
You ain't lie?
I ain't lie.
You ain't lie? You ain't lie?
Where I lie?
You said you a virgin.
Oh. I am.
You didn't even believe that.
You remember when you lost your virginity?
Alright. So I got like the first taste of what it would be like in middle school. Like just a dip and then out. So it wasn't really broken. So I was still technically like it didn't go far. Like it was just like, get out of me. Get out of me. And I was like, I wasn't really ready because I remember that day all too well. I really lost my virginity. It was in the summertime and it was on my way to high school. So it was
on your way?
Like, yeah, I started high school like after the summer type shit. So I was still technically a middle schooler going into high school.
Okay.
Right? And so it's really fucked up. This story is really fucked up. So I'm gonna tell y'all this one. Alright, so I was like fooling around with this boy that everyone knew that it was just like me and him type shit. And I always hung out with like big groups when I was in school. Like we was always together, we was always friends. And like this boy, like he had just came to the country, I should say.
Okay. I
think I showed you him before. I have mentioned his name before. I did. I'm gonna tell you off camera though.
Can't spell no names.
Yeah, cause he.
Oh.
He watches.
Oh. So hey. So like I was fooling around with this guy, like this boy. We're gonna call him boy because he was a boy then. I was fooling around with this boy and like we always used to get like in like petty fights. Like he won't talk to me one day and I won't talk to him another day. Then we'll just go like a week without talking. And then like our friend was always in the middle. And we would just argue all the time about stupid stuff. I think we were just both trying to figure ourselves out. And like, I think it was more on my part too. Like, I was always like, I had like an issue with being tied or being known to be tied to someone. And like, when I tell you, like, everyone knew that he was mine and I was his in a way. Like legit. I think he was my boyfriend. He was my boyfriend.
I think he was my boyfriend.
I was when I was younger, I was like really like jealous. But like very territorial. Like that's how it comes, like everyone knew not to talk to him type shit. Like, but I used to be like, I'm just such a free spirit that I used to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do, but he couldn't do what he wanted to do. So I was real territorial and so anytime I'll see a girl like too close to him or talking to him, I would just get pissed. I wouldn't talk to him or whatever. So like this boy had came to the country. He started out school and he was like, I'm real bold. Like if I want to say something, I'm gonna say it. So I came to school one day and like, mind you, I was in trouble a lot. So I was like either always suspended or like never at school. So one day I came to school and I saw this new boy on the line. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Who are you? You cute. Hey, what's up? Like, what's up? So saw him on the line and then like I went up to him and I was like, hi, what's your name?
Mad
he
aggressive.
told me, he was like, my name is and then he was like, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, are you new here? Because he had an accent. He's from St. Lucia. So he had a strong accent. Because like I said, he was just new and blah. So he told me, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm Jamaican, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you were born there? And I was like, yeah, I was born there. So we just started talking, vibing. And then I invited him to my lunch table. See, I was a busy girl. So, like, everyone knew me. So I invited him to my table and then introduced him to everybody. So then him and my boyfriend started hanging out with each other because we all like we just hanged in this. He didn't know anybody else, so he just started hanging with the same crew or whatever. So we all just started hanging out together or whatever the case may be. And then eventually they became best friends.
Interesting.
And then I was just like, wow, okay. I think a couple of weeks passed and like I was just like, do you want to be my boyfriend? Like I just legit just asked him that out of nowhere. Like, do you want to be my boyfriend? Like, mind you,
Because it's a kid from a different country.
yeah, mind you, I was still like playing around with old boy, you know? But it was just like, I was just being spontaneous, I guess.
Messy.
And like, but me and old boy wasn't talking anymore. Like we was just mad at each other. Like we officially wasn't just talking to each other, but we was just still like hanging out with the same crew. It was just really, that's why I said we were grown up. Like we were little and growing up. So dated him for, that's why I don't count these shits, y'all. Like I just feel like I've always been meant to live like this because like I dated him for that one day and the next day I came to school and I was like, we're just going to be brother and sister. Like,
I'm dead.
Established that right off the back. Like, you're going to be my brother and sister. Because I felt like I was still, like, focused on, like, old boy. Because that day before we went home, I'll never forget, he started talking to this other girl that I didn't like. Couldn't stand the bitch. Never forget her. Because we argued all the fucking time. And he started talking to her to be funny. But the next day it was a wrap because he was back in my face. Period. So anywho, we started calling each other brother and sister. This is the dude from the next country now. So we started calling each other brother and sister, but like everybody would see us together and be like, y'all not brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters don't do that and blah blah blah. Like certain shit that we used to do around each other, like people just would have been like, oh, yeah, ain't brother and sister. So then me and old boy was still good, like good. Like this is where it get messy. Like we were still like, we started being good again. So then one day he pissed me off. I wrote about it in my diary. This is why I remember it. He pissed me off. We were walking home and like we all stopped and I'm telling you, I was just like horny. I mean, like I was still a virgin, but I was just like, I was everywhere.
You want to do something.
I was just like, I knew like Testa rising, some shit. So we was standing by the corner, close like a few blocks away from our house, and I was like, I was like, I think I'm ready. Just like that. Like I was just always straightforward. It's so bad that I'm just so straightforward like that, but I was just like, I think I'm ready. And he was like, I don't think you're ready and blah blah, and I was looking at him like, I don't want to hear any of that. Like, and then he said something like, he just started talking to the girl, that my friend that was always in the middle of us. Like he just started talking to her and was like, oh, she never wants to listen to me and be basically saying like I was hard-headed, and I didn't like that. Don't talk about me. So I got pissed and like I was just mad. So me and country now, we're gonna call him country, me and country now. So everybody left. I was still pissed. So normally me and country, because we legit lived a couple of blocks away from each other, I will go over to his house every day after school and we would just play video games and all that fun stuff. Brother and sister, right? So this day was different. We went, because mind you, I was mad and horny and like my hormones was everywhere, and I was just like, I'm ready. Like, I just kept saying, I'm ready for this, I'm ready for this, I'm ready for this, I want it, da, da, da. I don't know what made me like just, I don't fucking know. I was probably watching too much porn tonight. I was probably watching too much porn. So we went to his house, we were doing the usual, be playing fucking video games. And then I was just like, I don't want to play anymore. I can't. And I started just talking about it. Like, I can't believe he doesn't want to have sex with me. I can't believe this. Like, I was just so mad. Like, I was just, and I was like, I started questioning myself. Like, am I ugly? I know I'm not ugly, but period. But like, I just kept saying like, am I ugly? Just kept asking him, and he's like, well, yeah, ugly. He was like, maybe he's not ready. And I was like, I don't want to fucking hear any of that shit. Like, I don't want to. So then, so I turned to old country boy now, and I was like, so you want to have sex with me? And he was like, he wasn't a virgin.
Okay, so then.
So perfect. So I was like, do you want to have sex with me? He was like, no, I'm not gonna do that to my friend. And I was just like, why? Because at the time, like, I didn't care about any, like, I was a person who did not care about people's feelings. Like, I didn't care if I hurt your feelings or any of that. I just wanted my way and my way only, and I'm gonna get it one way or other. So I was just like, you don't want to have sex with me? And he was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, that's my friend. And I was just sitting there looking at him like, I don't want to hear all that. So I was just like, legit, like, ready. Like, I really think I was watching porn the night before, because I don't know what was going on that day, because I was hot and bothered. I was raging, like, I want it now type shit. So eventually he started kissing me, and I'm like, oh shit, this is happening. Boom, 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 boom. So I almost freaked out. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. As soon as my pants, and you know, back then eating pussy wasn't really big. It really wasn't. So it was just mostly like the kissing, like find my sensitive spot. When my pants came off,
bitch.
when my pants and panties came off, I said, oh. I was like, this is happening. I started freaking out.
You did?
I legit started freaking out. Like, I was like, maybe I'm not ready for this. Mind you, I really got the boy hot and bothered. He on the same level I was before I started freaking out. So I started freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. And he was just like, relax, relax. I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. Like, we're gonna fuck. When he stuck that shit in.
Oh my God.
I thought I died. I'm not even gonna hold you. I legit thought I died. It was the most painful shit ever. Like, you know when y'all first lose that virginity, I just like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Bitch, I thought I saw God. I thought I died. Like, I legit thought I saw the light.
That's good. It was like, I told you wasn't fucking ready.
I thought I died. Like, I legit thought I died. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was just like,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
oh my fucking God. Tears, the tears started coming. Like, I wasn't boohoo crying, but like tears started coming out of my eye, because I was just like, what the fuck? No one told me it was gonna be like this. And from start to finish, it was just nothing but fucking pain. I went home and I just was like, what the fuck did I just do? What the fuck I got? No. Drama happened after that. Because everything came crashing down after that, because one, I just broke up a friendship. Two, it was just so messy. So we went to school the next day, and like, I just couldn't keep it to myself. Like, the whole plan was just for us to just keep it between us, but like, I just couldn't believe what just happened. Like, and then I was still messing with old boy, so I had to be in his face. So like, I just felt so guilty. I don't know why I felt guilty, but I just felt guilty. I was like, that was my first experience of like cheating or like doing some dirty shit. So like, I was like, I just broke up a friendship. So I went to my friend. I was like, I had sex with, and she was like, what? She was like, what? Like, she was legit like my best friend. So I was just like, I had to tell her. I told her, and like, I didn't know what to do. And like, and then he was smiling in old boy's face. Like, it was just bothering me because he was just so happy and I was miserable inside. Like, my feelings and compassion just started coming in after that. And I was just like, I'm gonna break up a friendship. How he found out to this day, I don't fucking know. But all I know is he hit my ass up on AIM and told me that we're done. And he wrote me, he was just like, I can't believe you had sex with you were supposed to, like, we were supposed to save ourselves for each other type shit. And I was like, my mind was everywhere. I will never forget that day because I called my friend crying. I think after like everything happened, I was just such an emotional wreck. Like, I felt like I did something bad. Like, I felt like, I was like, oh my god, I had sex. I did something terrible. I'm gonna get pregnant and die. Like, I still don't know how he found out, but I really feel like old boy told him because he probably felt guilty type shit. Because they were legit best friends. They did everything together. And I was just like, what the fuck? Shit. So after that, he did not talk to neither one of us for like months. I think when he finally started talking to me again was when I was a sophomore in high school. He hit me up and was asking me how I was doing and stuff like that. But in the process, I was still fucking comfortable. I think I just needed like more sexual experience. So I asked old country boy to be my sex partner. And he was my first sex partner ever in life. And turned me out. He was my first experience with everything. Like, positions. I was like getting introduced to anal and shit. Like, that was my first, yeah, he was my first experience with anal, and I was just like, whoa, people do this for a living. I was a born again virgin.
You was a what? You were what? I'm a whole born again virgin.
So I'm a born again virgin.
No,
I no longer have sex. Say don't have sex, you get pregnant and die. Remember that. So next time a guy comes to you and be like, I want to have sex, cling cling. Next time a girl comes to you and they want to have sex, cling cling. Okay, we not having sex all 2020. Period. We are virgins. Period. Now if a dick presents itself to you, hop on the dick. Well, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. We out. Peace. Period.